Hey everybody, Matt here with the 10 ring videos. Oh, this is my first attempt, so bear with me. I'm probably going to look like an idiot this first time anyway. Probably going to look like an idiot every time. Anyway, I want to do my videos a little bit different than most people do. I'm not going to go through and give detailed specs, heights, widths, weights. You know, we all know that all these different firearms are going to weigh and be a little bit different in size. I'll kind of give my rough idea on comparisons to what I think they're close to. A little bit about me. I've been shooting pretty much ever since I've been in my 20s. Got out of it for quite a while. Lived out in Seattle. I had my actual firearm license out there, and I was a dealer for a while. Moved to the Midwest, kind of got out of shooting, kept all my guns, but got out of shooting. Would shoot here and there, and then kind of got back into hunting, and a few years ago kind of really jumped in pretty hard and heavy back into collecting and getting back into the firearms scene. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to kind of share some of the things I've did and collected and some of my thoughts on some of the different guns out there, on what I carry and different things I do and different things I enjoy doing. One of my oldest pet peeves were the Glocks. When the Glocks first came out, I was living out in Seattle. I swore that I would never own no plastic POS as long as I lived. Give me a steel gun any day of the week. And I carried that knowledge and that thought with me for quite some time. Never even cared to shoot one. I had some buddies that had them. Well, a couple years ago, when all that big gun craze was going on, I decided, even though I knew it probably wouldn't last, I decided, what the heck. Seen a 17, thought, yeah, let me get one of these things just to have it, just so I've got one if by chance the government does end up taking them away. Well, needless to say, I bought one of those 17s, took it to the gun range, pulled the trigger and kind of had to step back a minute and set, and it wasn't like I really had an epiphany, but the darn thing shot a lot better than I ever anticipated it would. And I sat there and run a couple mags through it, and actually I really enjoyed shooting the Glock a lot. I couldn't believe it. I was kind of in dismay, but I really enjoyed the firearm. Needless to say, that kind of led me in, not to say that I'm a Glock fanboy by no means, because I enjoy all guns, but I started picking up several different Glocks, different calibers, different things, and yeah, I've got quite a collection going in there. I'm surprised the wife actually lets me in the house and still around, but I've got quite a few Glocks, got quite a few other things. But one of my favorite Glocks, of course, to shoot in, I do some GSSF competitions and stuff, just playing around. Not an expert by no means at all, but is my 17. Really enjoy it. One of the ones that I carry that I really enjoy shooting and do most of my carrying is this right here. Let's do a safety check real quick. No mag. Bore's clean. Nothing in the chamber. And that would be this varmint right here, the 30S. It's a little bit bigger than the 26. But for me, I'm a big guy, which you guys can probably tell. I carry inside, and I carry inside. I'm a little different than most. I don't really care for the crossbreed styles and stuff like that. I don't know if it's my size or just I can't get one that I really like. I've tried several. I've got some that I do wear. It depends on the gun I'm carrying. But I usually carry like a single clip inside the waistband. Right now I'm just kind of using a cheapo, one of these nylons with a single clip inside the waistband, and it seems to work okay for me. The 30S, I don't know. There's nothing really bad I can say about it. It does have kind of a larger grip. But as far as concealability, for me, it conceals fine. 10 rounds, 45 ACP. Can't go wrong with 45. Even though, used to be back in the day, I was a big 40 fan. Nines, started out with 9mm high power. My wife bought me, was one of my first handguns. Original Belgian Browning. But we'll get into that at another time. But back then, you know, the 9s, the 40s come out. They were really hot round, really enjoyed them. And kind of steered away from the 45s, weren't into the 1911s at that time or anything. Now, even though I carry this as one of my primary carries, the 45 Auto and the 30S, really, I don't think caliber is a huge deal anymore. With the bullet technology and everything going on, you can get a 9mm and some 380s, but primarily 9mm with a bullet technology has plenty of stopping power anymore, in my opinion. Far more than what it used to. Now, is it going to give you as much stopping power as a 40 or 45 or the good old 10mm? You know, no, not quite, but sufficient stopping power for protection? Oh, definitely, in my opinion. I'm not a real ballistics guy. I'm not going to sit here and rattle numbers off the top of my head. But I've did enough shooting, watched enough reports, like a lot of you guys probably have. But, you know, the bullet technology and everything definitely over the years has improved greatly. But anyway, back to the 30S, the Glocks. One of the biggest things that I'm a fan with the Glocks is the ease in tearing them down, doing field stripping. You can do your little trigger jobs. I mean, these things are just simple to work on, to change out. The parts are inexpensive. I'd actually messed up a old trigger mechanism on one myself by being an idiot, and I was thinking, oh gosh, this is going to cost me a mint. Oh, I called Glock up. It wasn't nothing. I got it replaced for under $20. But anyway, if you're not a Glock fan, that's cool. There's a lot of people that aren't. But if you're not a Glock fan because you think they're ugly or whatever, and you've just never really been around them, give them a try, because like I said, I was never a fan, never had any desire to be around them, but they really surprised me, and that's why I have several of them. Now I've got 1911s, I've got SIGs, Smiths, Rugers, M&Ps, XDs, XDSs, you know, all great quality guns, you know, no problems with any of them, you know, and it's all personal preference, you know, with firearms like anything else. But, you know, this channel, I want to be kind of for everybody, just to come get an average description and just kind of my thoughts and opinions on some of this stuff. Anyway, I hope to get you to subscribe, and I'll be doing some more videos, and hope everybody enjoys them. And we will probably change up the format somewhat, but anyway, just my first one. Thought we'd see how it goes. And y'all take care, and look out and try to hit the 10 ring.